Hi students, this is Miss Cave and this is our lesson on percent change. So you should have your handout that you received in class today so that you can do this lesson. If you were absent, I'm going to go ahead and post a copy of this handout on Edmodo after I finish doing this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Percent of change. So we've been working with percents, percent of a number. We find percent of a number by looking at how a part of a whole compares to a part out of 100, which is a percent. To find percent of change, what we do is we calculate the amount of change and we work at the amount of change out of the original amount. Okay, so we'll see what that means a little more closely in this video. All right, so percent increase is found by taking the new amount minus the original, because you're looking at a change in two different things. And you're setting that over the original. So this is kind of like your part. The top here is kind of like your part, and then the bottom is like your whole. Same thing with percent decrease. We do the same thing, except we end up with a negative. So we have our new amount minus our original. And then that's over our original. And that's equal to percent over 100. So those are the two formulas, if you will, or your percent of change proportion that you would use to solve these problems, just like we've done other proportion problems in class. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the examples. The first example is with percent increase. So we're going to look at, we're going from 25 to 49. So again, we take our newest amount, which is 49. We're going to subtract the oldest amount where we started from, and we're going to put that over the original amount. And then that's going to be equal to some percent, we don't know, over 100. Okay, and so now we're just going to do the next step, 49 minus 25 is 24 over 25. And then that's equal to a percent over 100. So we multiply, we're going to look at that relationship, 25 to 100 is a times 4. The top is also going to be a times 4 relationship. So I don't need cross products for this, it's faster to do it this way. So 24 times 4 is 96. So this is a 96% increase. So we're going from 25 to 49. We find the difference between the two. It's our amount of change, which is our 24. So our part is 24, our whole is 25. Our P is over 100. We solve for P and we get a 96% increase. All right, look at number 2. So this time we have a daily planner for $32 Susie purchased, and the wholesale cost is $25 with percent markup. The percent markup is pretty much the percent change. The percent of the price has changed from the original. So we're going to do this just like the other one. We're going to take the new price. Okay, so it's the new price, which is 32. That's what she paid. So you take your $32. You subtract the original price, which is 25. That's what the company paid for the planner. And you put that over what the original price was, which was $25. And we change that to P over 100, P being the percent that we don't know. All right, and so now we're going to subtract 32 minus 25. That's 7. So you get 7 over 25. So we can see that the relationship here is a times 4. So here it's a 20, let's see, 7 times 4 is 20%, 20% increase. All right. So these are just two examples of percent increase. Now we're going to look at percent decrease on the other side. Again, we use the same formula. If we look back up to the formula, it's new minus original over original equals percent over 100. So that new minus original is your amount of change, and you're going to put that over whatever the original price is to get your percent change. So for this one, we have 50 to 45. So my new is going to be 45. I'm going to subtract 50. That was my original. And I'm going to put that over what it was originally. Okay, again, so you can think back in time which happened first. In this case, the 50 was first, because we went from 50 to 45. This is equal to P over 100. So we calculate 45 minus 50, which is negative 5. And that's okay to have a negative because that's showing that it's going down. That's a decrease. Negative 5 over 50 equals P over 100. Again, we're going to find that relationship. 50 times 2 is 100. So negative 5 times 2. So this time we get negative 10%. So what that means, because it's negative, is we have a 10% decrease because we're going down. So the amount is going down. So we have a 10% decrease. So we either use our negative sign here with negative 10%, or sometimes you'll say it's a decrease. Both are the same thing. Okay, let's go on to example 6. Carlos used a coupon and paid $7.35 for pizza that normally costs $10.50. All right, so again, we're going to think about what's really important is we have to figure out what the original was. That goes on the bottom. But we're going to take our new, which is what he paid. So that's our $7.35. We're going to put that over the amount that it normally costs, which is $10.50. That's our original. We're going to subtract $7.50 minus $10.50 to get the amount of change. So the top gives us the amount of change. The bottom, that's our original. This up here is our change. And then that's going to be equal to P over 100. And now we're just going to do the computation. 735 minus 1050 is 315. So it's 3.15 over 1050 equals P over 100. Now for this one, I would probably use my cross products. So I'm going to multiply 10.5 or 10.50 times P, 10.5P equals, and then 100 times 3.15, which is 315. I'm going to divide both sides, like I've done in class for all the other proportion problems, by 10.5. And then my answer is, oh, wait a second, this is a negative, don't forget that, that's a negative. So when you multiply that, it's going to be a negative 350. My answer is going to be negative because it's decrease. I'm going to get negative 30, and it's already a percent because it's already over 100. You don't have to move your decimal. So it's a negative 30%. So this is a 30% decrease. All right, you've seen 4 examples. Hopefully you can follow along with these, and you've written these on your note page. And for the rest of tonight, you have to do 3 and 4, which are examples of your percent increase. Number 3, markup. Again, we had one like that for number 2, your markup. That's your percent increase. And then for example 4, again, you have percent of increase. 7 is decrease because you're dealing with the discount. This is like the problem we did in class today on our warm-up. And then example 8, you're looking again at percent decrease, so this is going to be negative. All right, I'll see you in class tomorrow. Bring your handout with you, and we'll go over these examples. Have a great night.